This is a turning point.
Or maybe not.
This piece of shit. All right, let's see.
It's like loading up, setting up your meeting for YouTube Live.
Right.
Video unavailable.
Video unavailable.
Maybe it's because my account wasn't set up for live.
No, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, that's why the links are there. It's but we already know what it is.
Yeah, let's try it right now. Wait a minute. Built-in webcam. Along. Wait a minute. To start along your It's not letting me do anything. It wants me to allow the camera, but it won't allow me. I can't move it. Okay.
Done.
Yeah. Go live. Start. Camera can't be.
Oh, it's probably because it's already in use
On Zoom. Okay.
On Zoom. So there's
go back to Zoom.
Yep, there should be a way to connect it through Zoom.
Okay.
This thing taught me that
This meeting is being live streamed. I guess it might be live. Yeah,
All
it
right.
says it's live on YouTube. So I'm not sure if that's true or not.
All right, hold on, let me see.
Share your screen with the audience.
Yeah, it don't show nothing. Because I'm on your YouTube channel just to see if it's showing, and I don't see nothing.
Well, what if we just do it? Well, if we do it on Zoom.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
We're on. Oh, it's the Awakened one we're on.
Awakened Stories.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Okay, good.
So how do we share it with the people?
Zoom? I just did.
Oh, perfect.
Let me just make sure it's still it's working. All right, I'm getting text messages. All right, we good. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this. I was not able to see your video from yesterday.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I don't know what great things you had to say, but I'm sure we'll say them now.
Right. How do you do the oh, never mind. It's cool.
Yeah. So I will as we're talking, if I have to let people in, I think they just come right in the way I got it set up. So
yeah. Everybody's texting me. Everybody text, make sure y'all can see this. But they said it's working, so we're good. We'll just keep going.
Oh, because I thought that they were going to be able to come on and ask their questions too.
No, they can ask in the chat.
Gotcha.
So okay. I don't know if you want to put up your chat or whatnot. Just so everybody knows, this is the first time we do this like this. So just hang tight. I'm not rushing to be anywhere, so we're good.
Okay. So they're not going to be able to get on the video. They will text you.
No, look, there's a live chat underneath us.
Okay.
So if you want to keep an eye on that chat on your end, then we can answer their questions too.
Got you. Now I'm with the program.
Or I can just look at it myself too and just answer the questions as they come in. Whatever, don't matter.
Okay, wait a minute. Leave a comment. I'm not seeing comments yet. All right, so why don't we just start and we're going to wing this whole thing and it's going to be awesome.
Let's go. It's always awesome. Let's go.
So, probably not many of us heard what you had to say yesterday, but I'm sure that we're all really interested in the status of what's happening over with the war, you know, with Palestine and the other ones. Probably we shouldn't mention the names too many times, you know, due to censorship. But can you tell us what the status is there? Because I know many of us have been crying a lot. You know, we see these videos and it's inconceivable. And I notice how we've also stopped talking about Hawaii, and there's some other disasters that have happened that we're not even talking about at all. Did you just freeze up?
Well, at this point, we were frozen for like a second, a minute or so.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Let's go.
So you didn't hear me at all?
The
Okay.
only part I didn't hear was, well, you said something about we want to not say certain things, but I would rather say everything because they're already lost.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and this is just further proof that they attempt to censor and quiet everybody.
Right.
And
So
all they want to do is post their propaganda bullshit, which isn't working no more because of what they're doing to the children. They just woke up the rest of the fucking planet.
Yeah. You see, those protests are crazy awesome.
And none of the mainstream media is fucking reporting it.
Right. And you notice like our guys here are doing pretty much nothing. Right.
I wouldn't say that because they are. They just aren't disclosing that they are. I know in fact that they are because we're helping them, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So the dark side has reptilians, the light side has us. So
okay,
it's all good.
So what is the status now? I know that we had a call maybe a week ago and you said there was just a few handfuls left of the reptilians. And you know, and then there's we'll call them hybrids. There's still dark entities out there.
All you gotta do is look at some of the videos and what these guys are saying, you know, like crazy shit. So what's happening is a lot of the good reptilians and Dracos are literally coming for their own because Daddy had done something for them recently to show them that they can be changed, their appearance and smell.
Oh,
just like us. We're getting ready to change into our natural or original selves, right? Which is why I always talk about my Sananda Galactic look and how I look like the real Aquaman type thing. So what Daddy did was he transformed a bunch of them just so that they could see it's possible. Right. And we did that literally, you know, this past week. So they're now engaged in heavily wiping out their own.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in other words, they're like, these guys have gone rogue or they've gone over the top with Earth. We're going to go take them out and helping, which is crazy awesome.
It is. It's I mean, I wish everybody could see this type of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's definitely happening and not everybody is even there consciously. So most of us, especially the Jedis and people that have been waking up, you know, woke for a long time, we know and we see these things. Even my crew text messages me, you know, text me all the time saying, oh, this reptilian was beheaded. This thing happened over here. This thing happened over there. And it's like, yeah, that's what's happening.
Wow.
You know, and there's going to be more and more evidence of Israeli soldiers on the ground burning up and they don't know where the heat's coming from.
Well, in a way, though, like I know there's guys at the top of their government and the you know, the military that are, you know, creating the plan. And of course, the U.S. is meddling with that. The U.S. is sending guys over to help with the strategy. Those are really the ones that we want out. But what I guess my concern is that the average soldier, he's just told, oh, these guys are bad, and he goes out and follows order. And of course, he's caught up in the moment, and he really truly feels that they're bad. So there's really a re-education. Not all of those people are evil. Like they're doing things, but they're not.
They're following orders just like they did in Germany. You know, they're following orders. Just last night, you know, Dad told us that a lot of them are realizing that what they're doing isn't right. So they don't even want to be there no more.
Yeah.
You understand? Plus, you know, we're literally evaporating people and blowing off heads of generals, and nobody's seeing this shit.
Yeah.
But the people there, the soldiers there, are witnessing it. So they're very fucking afraid. Yeah. And the programming is literally, you know, the mind control, the MK Ultra shit is fading away too, because of all of us bombarding them with love and light frequencies. You know how that works. Right. And it's changing everything, despite how it looks and despite what they're doing to the children and innocent people. We already won.
Okay.
So we do have boots on the ground from many different forces, not just the U.S. We even got mafia and ninjas over there decapitating people, because the ninjas don't, you know, the mafia and them, they don't even want to see what's happening. There's no money in what's happening for those type of guys. And at the end of the day, those type of guys will change too after, you know, they do what they're doing. So all of this is literally exposing and upsetting everyone. If you notice, they say that they're Jewish and they say that they're Holy Land, but they're also murdering their own people. They're murdering Jewish, Christians. They're murdering everybody. So everybody is seeing this. Like, you guys claim to be this, but why are you killing every fucking body there? What's going on? Who are you guys? The truth is that they're reptilian beings that are hybrid, satanic. They're all the same. They're all the same. They just start these little different groups, but at the end of the day, they still gotta, you know, there's a big guy in charge that is not even there no more, because we took him out a long time ago.
Right.
So it's a smorgasbord of bullshit, but it's all being exposed. Everybody knows by now that the Rothchilds bought up all the land over there. They literally stole it, and it's only going to, you know, it's only making things worse for them. It's allowing us to do more. It's allowing me to do more, because now I'm literally evaporating shit so people could see it.
Right.
And video evidence of that is coming out too. So we just have to wait. It's trickling down. You know, you saw the soldiers on the ground, not knowing what the hell's happening to them. You saw other tanks being destroyed. They don't even know where the strikes are coming in from. And, you know, we're all there, and they can't even see us standing right next to them.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just...
Would it be fair to call this skirmish the last stand?
It's exactly what it is.
All right.
Because here's the thing. You know, I always talk about the new reality and us moving into a better world for everybody. How are we going to do that, knowing the Palestinian people, mind you, when I was Jesus, that's where I was born at. The Palestinian people are persecuted for the last 70-something years. So how are we going to usher in a new reality without addressing this shit?
Right.
You understand? So
it has to be cleaned up.
It has to be cleaned up, not to mention all of the missing children from the milk cartons end up in the tunnels under Israel and Gaza. They're making it seem like Gaza has its own tunnels, but it's all Israel's shit.
Right.
Because they're just like Maui, okay? Where's all the missing children at? They're literally taking them underground with these secret tunnels. I mean, these secret doors in schools and churches and stores and grocery stores, shit like that. They're taking them in the underground tunnels and they're fucking having their way with them, killing them, eating them, adrenochrome, all that shit. So all that is being literally eliminated as we speak.
Okay.
Despite what you see happening over there in Israel, in Palestine, it's all necessary for where we all want to be. And that's literally a beautiful planet, rebuild, super healthy, crystalline chambers, the new devices that I'll be bringing out, you know, stuff like this. I got so many different cool things, not to mention, I got my own fucking money, okay? I got my own money. So we all know, those that follow me, all my brothers and sisters that follow me, they know I've been talking about this stuff for years. And we're literally here. We're literally here. This is literally the last battle because, you know, I want to stay away from religion because it's not religious. It has nothing to do with religion. As you can see, they've already proven that.
Yeah.
It has to do with a reptilian force that rapes and pillage humans and eats them, literally. So that's what we're getting, you know, that's what we're cleaning up and having to deal with for all this time. And I'm gonna give you an example on how they don't care. And it's a hard pill for maybe everybody to swallow, but they treat us the way we treat chicken. Okay, you chop up your chicken, you season it, and then you fry it, you cook it, and you do whatever you want to it. Okay, that chicken has a consciousness, so that's literally what they're doing to us. So once we clean up all this shit, people have to be mindful of what it all meant, which is why we will all become vegetarians. So it's a whole big picture that people have to realize, you know, you guys are eating chickens, so why can't we eat you? Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So everybody's going to have to rethink reality and what they've really been doing and how they literally program people to do these type of things. Because in certain areas, you know, people were eating stuff like this, right? Vegetables, right? Even the Indians, they only sacrificed certain animals when they were allowed to or when they really needed it. And then they would do a ceremony thanking the animal.
Right.
Nobody's doing that shit right now. Nobody. So I'm saying that because that's literally how they treat us, how they think of us. Why do you think they say we're gonna eliminate all of these filthy rabid dogs?
Yeah. It's brainwashing their people.
That's right. That's right. That's right. They've been brainwashing the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
And it's been working up until this point. And, you know, me and the crew, me and all you guys, we've been working on raising the consciousness. So when the consciousness is raised at a certain point, we can see everything for what it really is. We can clean up that level where we're at in consciousness, and then we can rise to the next level. That's literally what we're witnessing right now.
Okay.
Literally.
All right. So what we're doing is really disrupting the supply chain for the other planets, the whole galaxy of their adrenochrome, their food, whatever it might be. And that's why all these guys have been coming in from different planets or whatever you want to call it and attacking us. And now, are they on the program now that the reptilians are like, okay, we're going to stop doing this for a while? Are they on the program, or are the other guys still going to come in and give us a hard time still?
No, because everybody is finding out that there's a guy down here on Earth that literally has the abilities and power to evaporate things, people, places, and things. And we can also change them and the reptilians, which was one of the strongest forces out there, right? They're not the strongest because we obviously are, right? They're showing everybody that they don't want to be left out of the coming changes, right? So that's why they're stepping up too. And it's literally going to be a smorgasbord of peace throughout the universe. And when we get to that point, everybody has to keep in mind that not all reptilians were bad.
Right.
Just like not all of us were bad. Just like not all, grays were bad. The grays were just doing what the fuck reptilians told them to do. It's kind of like me telling the dog here what to do. The dog is going to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that's tied up to everything was happening. And we're literally going to have a full disclosure despite what anybody on the planet says, because they have no power, none whatsoever. The ones that think they have the power, they don't. They don't have the power. They do not have the power whatsoever. Daddy is real. God, creator, Allah, whatever you want to call him. He's real, and he knows, and he hears everybody. And I know he hears everybody because he's constantly giving me orders to eliminate certain things.
Yeah.
So
basically what's happened is they've blown up the tunnels in the Middle East, right? So all those tunnels are no longer in existence. And now the good guys, we'll call them, the light forces are going in to stop the army from killing the civilians.
Moving in, yeah.
And to basically round up the last of the Dracos or whoever is in there. What about, we'll call them we've got clones, androids, whatever, doubles, all the political guys, all the entertainment guys are all, we know they're.
Yeah, so you're going to see the elimination and assassinations of all of them happen, like, within these couple of hours, days. They're literally done. They pissed off a lot of people around the world,
right?
And especially me. And I have the abilities to take them all out. However, Dad wants other people to participate so that they can see that they were not okay with what they're doing.
Right. Okay.
That's what's happening.
Right. Now, when you said disclosure, in the old days, like a year ago, we were looking for 24/7 broadcast on TV or devices or whatever of everything that's going on. Is that still going to happen? Like we were going to have a emergency broadcast alert, and then it was going to be, I think it was like 10 days. They were calling it 10 days of darkness. And now when somebody says that, I don't even listen to them. But
right.
Are we having that kind of a thing, or
it's still going to be a thing? But what was holding everybody off was the fact that they didn't want people to just go crazy and start lynching politicians.
Yeah.
They wanted everybody to see why they're getting ready to go lynch politicians.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last kind of conversation I had with my crew and Daddy, some of their heads will be given on silver platters. And this is all because of what they've been doing. People want to see this shit. People want to see tribunals. People want to see Hillary brought in. People want to see Bush's brought in. People want to see Netanyahu brought in. We know that they're not the real ones, right? We know that, but it's for their psyche, for their oh shit, these guys were really bad, and now they're paying for it. Holy moly! So that's another level of consciousness where those individuals have to see this and then raise up, because not everybody was born super intelligent like me and some of y'all.
I'm in that club. But no,
exactly.
I was I've always wondered, like, I've known we've had executions and there's the doubles and there's the clones and there's this and that out there, but I've always wondered, like, why are they using these placeholders? Like, what's the benefit at this point? If the light forces are really out there, why do we have these guys in place? And basically because we need to see everything unfold, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily us, because we already know, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you an example. In the last week, my relatives have fully gone woke, and they're posting shit and they're asking questions and they're doing this and they're doing that, right? I don't even have time for them, like I told them years ago. When like I've been telling everybody years ago, when everybody wakes up, they're gonna come to us, right? What did I always say? I'm too busy. Go talk to somebody else. So that's what we're all witnessing right now. Believe it or not, it's waking everybody to fuck up.
Okay.
Everybody, almost everybody, not everybody, but almost everybody has children. What if it was your fucking kids? Excuse my French, right? What if it was your children that all of a sudden have to go run for cover because some evil force wants to take your land, wants to take your children, wants to do this, wants to do that? People are waking up to the fact. People are waking up that everything that we've been telling them is real. So again, that's another level of consciousness, and the reason why the only thing I can come up with is, Daddy allowing all this to happen so that it can wake up the masses. So we already understand that he's about to release the chambers to everybody. He's about to release a lot of off-world technology to everybody. People can literally come back from the dead because we're nothing but energy, right? We can be reformed. He has told me many times that he can revive people at will. So despite what we're seeing over there in Gaza, all of those little babies can come back. And he's also told me recently that they are coming back, and they're coming back in full adulthood, and they will be here to finish the job. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to understand. But those of us that have been following me and listening to what I've been saying are literally watching my words for the last years come into manifestation nonstop. Why? Because these messages are coming straight from our Creator, what they call God, Father, Abba, Allah, whatever whatever you want to call Dad, right? I've been calling him Dad lately.
I find a penny on the ground and I say, thank you, Daddy. And then I laugh like hell because I mean, but you have to have gratitude for the small things.
That's right.
Gratitude for like we all want the big stuff and we'll be excited then. But if you're not excited for a penny, how can you be excited for $1,000?
It's true. That's true.
Attitude. But I just lost my great question.
Well, just I mean, you'll get it back. So you know how I always talk about, I've been recently calling it the great intimidation, stuff like that. And you hear people like JP and Michael Salas conversations where they're talking about these massive ships coming out of nowhere and just, uncloaking and stopping everybody's train of thought and everybody not wanting to make the wrong move because we don't know who the fuck these guys are. That's happening. It's happening. I've been saying that for years. Everybody knows that everything that I've been saying for years is happening. For instance, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I've been telling everybody I'm coming to Destin to open up portals. And the portals are going to bring in all of my ships with all the chambers and all that. Now, to date, I'm out here videotaping spaceships behind me, next to me. You can't deny that because everybody's witnessing the shit.
Right.
Even though it's not where I want it to be, we're like, boom, how you like us now, motherfuckers, right? It's happening. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that is going to be super, super life-changing for everyone. I would, of course, I'm not totally in control of any of that. I can only reinforce it, and Daddy allows it to happen. So I would prefer it to happen right now so the killing would stop, right? I do know that when it does happen, everything stops. Everything stops because they're not going to know who they are, what
Right.
side they're on, what do they want. And it's just going to be like, you know what, you guys, y'all been fucking up down here and it's over. That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
It may be after the fact all this stuff gets cleaned up. It may be after the fact, say, hey, man, you guys did a good job. Now, here's what we got for you. We got a bunch of stuff. We're going to heal you guys, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, because that's what we're going to do. I just don't know. All I know is that the world needs to know that I'm here. The world needs to know that the technology exists. The world needs to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and the light is permanent. And we get to live forever after this, after we rebuild certain areas, restore the people, bring some folks back, because not everybody's coming back. It's just how it is. And we can literally have a massive celebration, the celestial celebration I've been talking about. It's all happening.
Right.
It's all happening.
So, I've noticed, and we kind of touched on this, Hawaii, we were all outraged about that. We saw this stuff that was going on. They were taking the kids, they're grabbing the land, they're killing the people. That's in our own country, which we grabbed, by the way, from the Hawaiians, just throwing that out there. But what's happening there at this point? I know I tried to talk with that, I forget his name, the guy, and get you an interview, and he wouldn't even call me back.
Right.
We want to help those people. And then
Right.
all of a sudden we're distracted to the Middle East.
Well, Daddy doesn't forget anything. He's already pre-selected individuals that will go to Hawaii on our behalf, on Daddy's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sending them, and I'll be paying for everything. What's happening over there is still being disclosed, and you can see there's more and more evidence coming in out of Maui.
Right.
So in the middle of me cleaning up, or all of us exposing and cleaning up the shit that's happening in Israel and
California.
Palestine, we're still working on other things. That's why I post, just about everything
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything has to be exposed. It's all connected. Every single thing is connected. These individuals think they own the world. They think they can do whatever they want to do with impunity, right? Which is another reason why the other day, Daddy stripped them from their diplomatic immunity. Now, that's huge if you ask me, because that's what they've been hiding behind. I got diplomatic immunity. You can't do nothing to me, right? That's how Netanyahu, those half-breed reptilian clones, whatever you want to call them, that's how they think. That's how they programmed everybody else to think with them. So everything has to be exposed in order for me and my crew to be allowed to eliminate. So that's what we're doing.
And I think they're doing a good job of exposing themselves. Like, but like you see, and then we see the Speaker of the House. I think that was this morning. We saw
just this morning. Yeah, this morning. Yeah.
He's like, they're supporting Israel. I'm like, have you seen the world? Have you seen the protests? Have you seen how people they don't want genocide. They don't want that.
I asked Daddy about that too, because Daddy wanted him in office, but he wanted him there just to expose that they're still rooting for the satanic Illuminati, fake Jewish Zionists.
Right.
And he also told me the reason why is so that we can change it.
Yeah.
So, like you said, they're exposing themselves, and I'm glad, because now you've given us the fuel to eliminate y'all. Hello. Thank you very much.
Right. And I assume then we're going to go over, send a team over to and rebuild that area of the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to have cruise ships. Yeah, we're going to have cruise ships. We're going to have everything that we need. We're going to We're going to rebuild the entire area of Maui, Palestine, and all the other locations that they're doing this type of shit to, right? You got these little false flags happening everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to use all the latest technology. I'm going to bring all these guys together that we've been, that Daddy's been gathering up and doing their little stuff here and there. We're going to have 3D printed buildings happening, water coming out the air, and free electric. And that's what we're going to do everywhere. And people are going to live in peace. And they're going to live in peace because they're going to find out that this guy over here in Destin, Florida, has the abilities to evaporate us. So, we better we better chill the fuck out and do what it do. Just be good.
Now you said last week that they were sending some dues after you.
Yeah, they try to send missiles and directed energy weapons just here, and we took them out. All you hear is boom, 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 and I was like, stupid.
Yeah,
they sent their little soldiers to drive by, and next thing you know, about when they get to the end of the road, the motherfuckers just disappear. So, Daddy put me in the middle of all of their military bases, and within the military bases, there's a lot of in-house cleaning. So that's another reason why, some of the other things haven't taken place, because they're still cleaning up their own fucking, their own house.
They've got traitors within their midst as it is. I love reading those real raw news reports. They're quite
right.
Like the way the guy writes is very entertaining,
Yeah. So he, he's getting ready to post the truth about what's happening too, but we just have to wait for it.
Yeah.
And of course he can't say too much, but it's definitely going to be exposed. Yeah. When Daddy wants it exposed. When you think in terms of energy and light and darkness, there is way too many of us of the light for any of this shit to continue. Okay. Mm-hmm. So my advice to them is to quit while you're ahead, just like I've been saying for the last fucking 10, 20 years. Actually, I really hope you don't. I really hope you don't quit. Right. Because the world doesn't need your type of energy, your type of thought pattern, your type of sick mentality, all that shit. Right. I hope you do not turn to Daddy. I really do. And I don't hold nothing back. That's me thinking. That's not Daddy. That's me thinking. Because he put me down here to get rid of y'all. And only he can stop me from getting rid of them, right? Which is why a lot of this shit is still happening, because I'm not allowed to. But I mean that with all of my might and power, that I really don't want y'all to turn to Daddy, just so we don't have to deal with y'all type ever. Right. Ever. Right. And my abilities are definitely real. There's thousands of people that I healed nonstop. So if I can do that, what makes you think I can't do everything else that I'm claiming? Right. Sue. Right. You even seen how my energy moves people in the room. Right. Let them motherfuckers leave.
I'm lucky enough to have known you for a few years. So I've seen you in action. And then, of course, I've seen you etherically, like you've saved me from attacks I've had to do myself. Yep. I've had attacks. I've had people kill me, and I'm still here. And I'm not claiming to be you. I'm not. I'm just a citizen. But
no, that's cool. It's cool. We're all chosen by Daddy, and we all serve a purpose. And the purpose is to eliminate the real vermin, the real rabbit dogs, right? The real animals from our beautiful world. We have a beautiful world here. Like, look around. It's so beautiful.
And even if, let's say they were not human, that they were dogs, why would you kill them? There's no logic there. It's
Unless
just.
unless they shit all over your house and pee all over your house,
Well,
I
then,
can see that.
yeah, you kick them out. But how could you do that to another being, no matter what they are? Like even insects, I try not to kill. Like I do kill mosquitoes or whatever if they bite me, but I try to get them out of the house. I give them a chance,
Yeah. So it's the easiest way to even explain that type of mentality. It's like a drug addict, a heroin addict, right? They have to have that heroin. So these individuals have to have the children. They have to have it because they're addicted to it. Whether they're raping them, eating them, drinking their blood, they have to have it because it's a literal addiction. It gives them a high.
Yeah.
Not to mention they believe it gives them eternal youth. So if that's the case, why do all y'all motherfuckers look old as fuck?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. When you think of it, we have been programmed satanically to eat, flesh, and even that Catholic thing about drinking the blood and the little cracker thing. Like I always wondered, like, how did that even come into play? It doesn't even make sense, does it?
They even perverted, they not to cut you off, but they even perverted what I said.
Yeah.
Take this cup and drink of my blood, eat of my flesh. Like who the fuck says that type of shit if you're of the light?
Yeah.
And
it's
disgusting.
Just like, we're all
and don't forget the one, I cover myself in the blood of Jesus. No, the fuck you ain't.
Well, and also think of it this way. Everyone wears crosses. Okay. What is a cross? It's a torture device.
Yeah. So why the fuck would you want to wear something that they tortured me with?
Why are we wearing that around like it's the best thing ever?
Which wasn't even true, by the way, because it was a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, they done fucked up everything. They distorted everything. They lied about everything. One of the main things that they said was the Antichrist would come and he would perform miracles and perform wonders and do this and do that. And then people would call him the Antichrist because he was doing all these wonderful things. Well, that's how some people look at me because I'm doing what they said the Antichrist would do. However, I'm not going nowhere for a long time. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. And all of those bullshit texts are going to be proven to be lies and wrong.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I just always, even as a kid, I was like, I always thought it was my lack, to be honest. I didn't understand. I thought I was wrong. I didn't believe that. I just knew it wasn't right. I liked the parables and the stories, but I was like, no, this is, it's not for me. It's wrong. But I felt deficient. I did not have that faith.
Right.
I know why, because it's not right.
Because it's not true. And that's the thing. We were born with truth. We were born a certain way.
Yeah.
Just like me, I was born to eliminate darkness. Other people, mainly the crew, were born to illuminate things and heal people, right? So while me and the crew running around tear shit up, the rest of you guys start healing people and reinforcing. You know what I'm saying? Reinforcing us tearing shit up.
Thanks.
That's right. Done, motherfucker. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's it.
All right. So this, I already know your answer, but okay. Donald Trump. Okay. You put out a video of him as a clone last week or whatever. And then you said he's in trouble. So then you saw him walk into the gallows. So it's always been my opinion, especially the past few years, that he did some, like he on the surface was the good guy, the savior, but he did some backdoor deals. He did some things that were unsavory, and he could have turned back to the light, but right. I guess he hasn't. Is that a correct assumption?
I would say he's been playing both sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now when Daddy gives me visions of Donald Trump going to the gallows, even me saying that and posting that, since they're watching everything that I'm saying. And if it's coming from me that your ass is getting ready to go to the gallows and everybody's watching this shit, maybe you should stop and think about what you're doing.
Right.
Maybe there's something that you should have done that you haven't done and you still have a chance to do.
Right.
You understand how that works? Because every time I expose something, I'm giving you a chance to do the right thing.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't realize when I say certain things, that I'm saying it as a warning. I'm saying it because Daddy showed me it, so that can be your reality, like that.
Right.
So that's where he's at with it. He has done a lot of good, and I at this point I just want him to do the right thing.
Right.
That's it.
And I kind of think our political system has been washed up. It's corrupt. They're both sides of the same coin. Everybody's corrupt. It doesn't work. They're just out to grab whatever they can for themselves. So I keep thinking we're going to have a new system, and it's going to probably stem from you in the future. Yeah. So, like when people could ask me about the election or whatever, I don't really care. I don't follow it. I don't care either way.
None of us do.
Yeah.
None of us could care less. I mean, yeah. I post shit about certain things just so people can see what the fuck they're talking about, but it really don't matter.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I was talking to a realtor here the other day, and I said I was going to do this, I was going to do that, I'm going to do this, and the person's response was, "Have you talked to the mayor?" What the fuck for? Who's the mayor?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't talk to nobody. I talked to Daddy. If Daddy says I'm going to rebuild this entire place and I'm going to make all these fancy things and build a palace over here, do you really think I care what anybody else says? I mean, facts. It's just straight up. It's just like, do you really think I care about what anybody else says? I haven't cared what anybody said for the last, thousands of years while I've been running around in and out of portals because, my consciousness has been here too, right? We follow Daddy's orders. We do what he tells us to do, whether it's rebuilding a city or destroying one or allowing one to be destroyed, healing the people, taking out certain individuals, doing this, doing that. They all come from Dad. All of everything I do and say come from Dad.
Right.
So, if people have free will, like I'm the only one that don't have free will because I have to do what Dad wants me to do, regardless of what anybody says or thinks. If I didn't, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
Right.
So just like JP said, all of this is a distraction. There's many thousands of armies and spacecrafts and groups all around the universe, and they're all here watching. And it's true. There's even some in Earth, everywhere.
Right.
And we're all getting ready to. Actually, we're all participating in all this, getting rid of them. It's just not us. So, we all getting ready to have a massive celebration right now. That everybody is literally having a come to Jesus moment, and and it's very, very real, very real.
Right.
So I'm excited for it all. I have shed some tears about all the stuff that's happening because Daddy made me with those emotions where you're hurting innocent people, and I've seen it for years in the tunnels. Okay. I've seen what they've been doing in the tunnels because I've been in there wiping them out. They didn't even know it's me until I started talking about it publicly, right? Because all they see is spirits and heads popping and reptilians being exploded and stuff like that. So they didn't know. Now the people are seeing it firsthand, what these individuals, what these beings are literally capable of. And it's happening in the public, and it's also draining to me because I know the people are watching this shit, and they're literally being like drained and people are upset and all this shit is happening. So just like when the just like when the election happened and everybody was upset and I had to absorb all that fucking energy, transmute it to love and light and push it back out to the world. So again, I've teared up. I cried about the situation. Daddy said, stop crying and get back to work. And I'm like, okay. So it's tough. It's tough, but I also warned everybody about the stuff. So even back in my Facebook Live, when I told everybody to focus on heavy love and light blankets for each other, because this is getting ready to go down and it's going to get worse, meaning it's going to get worse for the parents that have to witness what happened to their children underneath all of these satanic tunnels, reptilian tunnels, Illuminati tunnels, whatever you want to call it. It's going to get worse on them because they're going to find out that their children that were on milk cartons were literally grinded up and fed back to them in the satanic Zionist McDonald's companies and all the other ones. So it's going to get worse in that aspect. So everybody has to focus on love and light. That's what y'all job is. That's what y'all job is. Make sure you're constantly bombarding the people with heavy love and light, because we already know it's real. We already seen it. We already know what's been happening. And that's the part of the Jedis. Aren't you guys happy and excited that I taught y'all how to do all this shit so that you can now participate?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now. We're literally exposing it all. I request Daddy allow it to happen a lot faster so that we can get over this hump. But he has the final say.
Right. I know intellectually we're going to look back someday and say every little piece was perfect. It was in the right order. It was right but right now I'm like, how much longer? How's it going to be? Like when, blah, 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 blah. I think everybody's kind of like that. We're just excited to see movement. Let's put it that way.
That's right. So
yeah,
everybody that thinks like that, I want y'all to stop thinking like that and put your energy where it's needed.
right.
We know it's going to happen. We know we're going to live forever. Y'all know I have all the frequencies to do it. It's timing. Everything is timing. It's timing. Everything is timing. So on Daddy's perfect timeline or timing, because we're on his perfect timeline, mind you, on Daddy's perfect time, we will have all of the stuff that I told you about. And I've already proven that by telling you guys for years what was going to happen step by step by step by step by step. Not as fast as I would like, not as fast as I even said it, but it's happening. So we got a lot to look forward to. The when is totally up to Dad. We don't have control of it. However, we have control of what we do and say and what we manifest. So be mindful when you're acting like a little ass baby. When, right?
Well, I've been guilty of that. The past couple of weeks, I'd be like, oh, this is too cold. This is that. Then I'm like, first world problems. I'm safe. I'm clean. I have heat, electric, food. Like, we don't realize how lucky we are.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I literally just posted a sign with the Palestine thing, and it says, while you guys are having this and having that, remember they don't, they just remember what they're doing, what they're going through. I forgot what it all said, but something like that.
I can't even imagine. And that's why when I'll say, oh, this isn't blah, 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 in my head, I'm like, shut up. Like,
yeah.
We are so lucky. We go to the grocery store. We have every type of vegetable, fruit, whatever to pick from. You know what I mean? We're lazy. It's easy for us. And yeah, it's overpriced, but we have it.
Yeah. Well, we also had the time to learn all the stuff that we know now, so that we can affect the entire world energetically. So we're not all dumb.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things I was going to say, is the good, like putting a positive spin on why we've had to wait, what, a few years, okay?
Right.
Or our whole lives. But we are also acclimating ourselves to more knowledge, higher vibration, and what we need to do. Like where I was even 5 years, a year ago, I'm a whole different person than I was back then. I know so much more. And
True.
you know what I mean? So I'm going to be more effective in the future when I am out doing whatever I'm doing, you know?
That's true. That's very true.
That's the way we have to look at it. It's like we're all impatient. How much longer? How's it going to be? Blah, blah, blah.
And I
Well,
guarantee you that as far as the exchange, if y'all would have went and exchanged your Iraqi dinar, 5, 10 years ago, your ass would be broke right now because you wasn't ready for nothing.
right.
All you wanted to do is cash in, and you said you wanted to help the people, but you really didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And you would have been stopped because of all of the blockades that we're removing. So
Yeah.
just hang in there. Just keep putting that energy into manifesting what we all want to see for everybody.
It's very true, because these, what we'll be doing for the earth is very complex. It's very big. And of course, we've got people eager to help. So it's really just, you'll tell us what to do, and then we organize and then do it. And we'll have money to do it with. So there will be no blockages like we have now. Right now, even the local government is our blockage. You know what I mean? There's
Well,
so
not only that, but they're also benefiting from the actual war. Okay, politicians all of a sudden have more money because they've been in the military industrial complex, and it's been proven. People are posting this shit everywhere.
Right.
Now you know who the enemy is.
Mhm.
And now you know who your targets are. Heavy loving light blankets. Okay, you hear that?
And one of the things I always tell people is you can't fight darkness with darkness. Okay. So you got a bad guy. You can hate him and you can do all the negative things, but the way to get them, fill them with love and light, surround them with love and light. That's the quickest way. Yeah.
That is right. That is absolutely right, because that heavy, we say love and light, and people was, I even had a guy say, "Oh, what is love going to do?" That tells me that you don't even know what love can do. But literally, you see a energetic blanket. Everybody knows how to put a blanket around someone, a loved one, a kid, or something. You do the same thing mentally. You put a heavy love and light blanket around a specific target, and that heavy love and light blanket allows that target to, get what's coming to them, if you would.
Well, they're either going to acclimate or they're not, right?
And that's the thing. You also see them act a fool and and shake and all that shit, depending on what's wrong with them. And this is what I've been teaching the Jedis, how to take that energy and boom, hitting somebody with it, and it literally changes their fucking attitude, because 9 times out of 10, that person had a fucking reptilian stuck on the back of them, controlling everything they said and did.
Right.
So that's the purpose, and that's literally the purpose for the Jedi training and heavy love and light blankets, because you put that energy around them, and then they start to show themselves or change. And when they change, that's when you're like, okay, now we can do something together. We can affect other changes. Or you see that person literally deteriorate and then die because that love was so strong.
Right. Right. So that for those watching this video, of course, it's healing each other, helping the people, and heavy love and light blankets for every being constantly.
Constantly. Even if you haven't Even if you haven't realized that you have the abilities to do it, there you go.
Yep.
Pow. And the cool part about it, the cool part about energy, the person doesn't have to be in your purview. The person could be on the phone in a photo. Pow! You understand?
Yeah, I love the stealth wand because I just stick it in my pocket or my purse, and I just set the command, and I'll go to the grocery or whatever crowd I'm going in.
Right.
And I know and I've got the jewelry on, but I'm just saying maximum radius, maximum strength. Everyone's getting the frequencies.
Everybody. Bam, 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 bam.
And it makes me feel like I'm helping, even if it's a small way, to raise the vibration wherever I go.
Right. That's literally all you have to do.
Right.
Whether you believe you're affecting things or not, it's irrelevant. We know you are because you're successfully reproducing what I taught you. And right away, people don't get the evidence of that. But if they continue to do the training that I taught everybody, the evidence speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Right.
People don't understand what etherically means or whatever. Like, like they think you should do this and they're going to physically see it immediately. And of course they have resistance in the first place. So that pushes it away.
That's true.
So,
That's true. It's a literal block that they put on themselves.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that your block is going to stop my vehicle from steaming when I put a fucking sticker on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So I like to.
That also means that your block is not going to stop this from being a real diamond.
Now, what's the purpose of that?
That's just, I love diamonds. That's all.
Okay. I couldn't tell from your necklace.
I know, right? Oh, I got the big diamond one. But everybody has to realize that Dad made everything, right?
Right.
And when you understand that diamonds are just nothing but rocks with certain frequencies, and you're able to take those frequencies and put them into a certain crystal or certain stone, you can have diamonds.
Yeah.
These are the most valuable diamonds on earth, and people don't even know that they're here.
It's so cool. That's very cool. Yeah. So, okay. So, the big question is, maybe the next big question is, you said the EBS will happen. They'll be broadcasting the stuff that's going on. When you said something about people witnessing what's happened to their kids, that is so painful for me to think about. And I know even there's people that have had their babies taken by the Greys or whatever.
Yep.
And I don't even want to think about what's happened to that. So we'll be witnessing some unsavory things, but we'll be here to shore up the people.
Right. Well, if I can give you some insight on what can possibly happen, I do know that a lot of the children that were abducted by the Greys have already been returned and are serving purposes for other planetary bodies. So I do know that's happening. As far as the ones that were taken and violated or whatnot, again, Daddy can restore them because they're nothing but energy.
Right.
And they can be brought back. So after the people find out what was done to their children, and it has to be done. This is the only way we're going to heal the entire planet is everything has to be put on the table. Everything. So once that is done, then we can show them the solution. And that's when they'll come to here and or all the other places the chambers are at. We'll have pamphlets out, or we'll have all types of different things to explain. We know what you went through. It all served the purpose. Come to this location. We're going to heal you and we're going to restore your family, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And here's the cool part. The part where Job Everybody remembers Job in the Bible. They took everything from him. Daddy replaced it. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So those things are very, very much possible because we are nothing but energy. We have a energy signature, and our consciousness, energetic essence can be re-put into a new body. The part about the bad guys, they lost that. And they're literally going to a nice, a place where they'll never hurt anybody again.
Right. Okay.
So that's where we're going with that.
Right.
But it's going to be tough. Everybody's going to have to deal with it, including us. But when that does take place, do what we're doing now. Take all of that pain and suffering and love and light, healing.
Okay.
People might not see instant healings happening, but it's literally the thought that matters. So when we're seeing all these gruesome videos of children coming in, and just heal. Look at it. You don't have to look at it if you don't want to, but if you do look at it like, wow, this is fucked up. Let me
Right.
let me heal them. Let me make things easier. Let me do this. Let me do that. Because that's literally the Jedi's jobs. I've been saying that forever.
Right.
So that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
And there's a lot of good things happening behind the scenes, which because I've been saying them. It's just going to be great after we get over these humps.
Right. Okay. No one has posted any questions, of course. And I think you've covered the main thing that we needed to talk about, but
Right.
So the job of the Jedis and anyone watching this video is love and light. Heal people, help people, love and light.
That's right. And I want to say to all the different races and religions out there, our creator is very, very real, and he don't discriminate in what you call him, and he wants everybody to love each other. These dark ones are not going to get away with what they're doing in the way that they think they're doing, right? Because they're not literally dividing people. And that's what they don't show you on the media when you see these massive protests. Do you think everybody in those protests are Palestinians?
No, of course not. No.
Of course not. Which is why they don't want you to see it.
Right.
So my message to everybody out there, we're going to come together. We're going to live in peace. And you have an awesome leader, king, brother, that's going to show this shit to be real. Okay.
If I do
and I
say
love
so
all y'all.
myself. Yeah. That's great. Well, I am very, very excited about the projects and the help that we'll be able to offer. And there's so many exciting things that are coming down around the corner, and it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to do a couple of things after this, but I got something for you. Hold on.
All right. Oh.
Say what's up.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Say hi, Sophia. What's up, everybody?
Hello. How are you?
Mama's. Mwah. She's
So,
having a little snack. But this is what matters. All of our beautiful children.
right.
And my children are super smart and intelligent. They're not owned by anybody but daddy. And they don't have no toxic chemicals in their bodies.
Right.
And this is how everybody's children will be in the near future.
Right.
Super healthy, super safe, and this is what's important. Love. All right. That being said, y'all have a good day. We out of here.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate everything you've done to help us. She's
That's
so
right.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Say bye.